So you're trying to increase your swing speed. In today's video, we talk about the easiest and most efficient way to do that in the video coming up next. What's up, gentlemen? Welcome to Muscular Style, where we help elevate your style, strength, and golf game. In today's video, we are talking about how to increase your swing speed this season. Now, if you're a golfer like me, swing speed is very important in getting, greater distances as well as better accuracy. So in today's video, we're talking about the easiest and most efficient way to increase your swing speed this season. Now, before we get too far into the video, we're going to talk about why swing speed is important, but stick around because I'm going to show you how to increase your swing speed in about 10 to 15 minutes per day, and it is the easiest and most effective way to increase your swing speed this season. Now, the reason swing speed is so important is that the faster you swing, the faster you're able to get that club to the ball, the farther the ball is going to go. Now, that does two things. One, you're going to get longer distances, but two, when you ease off and you hit maybe those 80 to 90% shots, you're going to have more consistent, longer shots. Let's use an example to help illustrate this for you just a little bit. If you use this training and you get your club head speed up to 120 miles per hour, swinging out of your shoes, you can back off to about 90%. If we're using actual numbers, you're going down to 108 mile per hour club head speed, which is still fairly quick, and you're able to control that a lot better versus if your max is that 108, to back off and get a little bit more accuracy, you're swinging much slower. So swing speed training is very important, and part of that is accomplished by weightlifting, which we do talk about here on the channel. I'll link some videos above if you want to check that out. And I do have future videos on working out for golf coming up, but the easiest way to do this is to use sport-specific training. And my favorite way to do this is to use the Overspeed Swing Trainer from Architeks Golf. Now, there are a few different ways that I use this system, but every single one of them is under 15 minutes per day, and I have seen a drastic increase in my swing speed. So let's get into the first way that I recommend you use it as an off-season training aid. And how you do that is, I just interweave this into my normal workout sets, but I'll do 3 sets of 5 on each weight. And so what that looks like is, first I'll take the heavy weight stick, I'll do a set of 5 each way, and that helps prime your body. It's teaching you that this is a very heavy stick, it is heavier than your normal driver, and so it's trying to push those muscles harder and harder and getting you prepped for that. Second thing I do is I take the light stick and I swing it 5 times each way. And this one I swing as fast as I possibly can. You do want to try to keep good form because you're creating muscle memory. And so your body is going to remember this swing when you go to use your normal clubs. So make sure you have as good of technique as possible. And we're going to talk about how to do that with these sticks because there is something slightly different about these. So stick around and we'll talk about that. But you're going to swing as fast as you possibly can for 1 set of 5 each way. And then you're going to get out your normal driver and you're going to take 5 swings as fast as you can with 90% perfect technique. It doesn't have to be perfect because we are working overspeed training, but you do want it to be as good as you can possibly get. Now, I repeat that process 3 different times, so 3 sets of 5 for each, and that's really all I do for swing speed training. I was able to use the system for about a week or 2 before the season ended last year, and I actually increased my max drive by 15 yards. I went from a 325 yard drive to a 340 yard drive, and I'll show that on the screen here so you can see it. I do use Arcos, so it is tracked that way and it's not just an approximate. And with that only being 2 weeks of use, I can only imagine what it's going to do when I'm actually able to use it for an entire season. Again, I will come out with an update once the season starts back up, but so far the results are incredible. Now, there is a second way that I like to use this, and this is actually the way I used it when I had that 15 yard increase in my drives. The thing that I like to do is I do 1 set of 5 with each club as a warm-up on the course. So usually what I'll do is I'll get to the golf course early enough to hit a small bucket of balls. This time I didn't, and I figured it was a great opportunity to use the Architeks Swing Trainer as a warm-up aid. What I did, again, I just did 1 set of 5 each way with the heavy, 1 set of 5 each way with the light, and then 1 set of 5 with the driver. I waited a minute or 2 to catch my breath, and then I went and I hit a nice easy drive. I did not swing out of my shoes. I just wanted to get solid contact down the middle of the fairway, and I hit a 340 yard drive, which was incredible. I've never hit anything close to that minus the 325 yard drive I had before. and it was amazing. It felt great, felt easy, and gave me hope for what was to come for the next season. So these do work. These are a great training aid as well as a great warm-up aid. I do have a coupon code for these, and these are linked in the description below, so click that link and use the code 10muscular and you'll get 10% off of your order of these. Now there is something different about these training sticks versus other ones, and that is that they're actually shorter than a normal driver. And what I've noticed is that I actually like the shorter length. That way I can envision, using a driver so I'll hold it out a little bit longer. And when I swing, I'm much less likely to hit the ground, much less likely to hit anything around me or above me. I do use these outside, but if I need to train inside, I wouldn't want anything longer than this because I'd be afraid that I'd smack the concrete or whatever it was that I was training by. So I do love that this length is slightly shorter. I haven't noticed any detrimental effects from using the shorter length, and so in my opinion, these are great. The shorter length also helps hide them in your golf bag just a little bit so they can be your secret weapon this coming season. I hope you're liking this video so far. If you are, please hit that like button, as well as comment below with any questions you have about overspeed training for golf. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the program that comes with the Architeks Swing Speed set. Now, the first step of the program is similar to what I recommended, using normal swings. This on their program lasts 2 to 3 weeks. And in my opinion, you could just stick to this portion of the system and your swing speed would increase dramatically. Now, they do have 2 other steps. The second step in that system is to use the lateral step swing. So basically you're taking a step into your swing to help increase that. Now that is a great option if you want to go ahead and do that. My biggest issue in my golf technique is that I move my feet too much. I was a nationally ranked shot putter, and so I use my feet a lot, my hips a lot. And the best thing I can do with my technique is keep my feet as still as possible. And so adding this step for me is not the best option. For you, it might help increase that swing speed. It might be the best thing you can do. So experiment with it, try it out. If it feels off, go back to the initial system that we talked about. But it is something that you can put in that toolbox and absolutely use if you need it. Now, the last step of this system is a kneeling baseball swing. Basically what they've done here is this helps with core strength, with rotation, initiating that rotation as well as slowing it down, which will help strengthen your core. For me, I use a lot of heavy core lifts in my normal program, do a lot of heavy deadlifting, squatting, I use Zercher lifts. And so for me, this isn't really necessary. Again, nationally ranked shot putter, I have a very strong core, so I don't need this. But for you, if you need increased core strength, and if you aren't doing some sort of core work in your normal workout routine, this can absolutely help fill that slot. So make sure you are doing core work, and using the Architeks Swing Speed Sticks is a great way to do that. If you do want to see the program that I recommend you use, go ahead and check out the description below. I've typed it out for you. If you do want to see the recommended program that Architeks has, you can go ahead and go over to their site, which I've also linked below. Just make sure if you do make a purchase, use that coupon code 10muscular and you'll get 10% off your order. So what are my final thoughts on the Architeks swing set? In my opinion, this is one of the best ways you can increase your swing speed without adding a whole lot of time. You do need to be hitting the gym, getting stronger, more muscular, and quicker, more explosive, but those things take a lot of time, whereas this is very quick, very specific to golf. One thing to know about training is the more specific your training is to the sport you're training for, the faster you're going to see results in that particular sport. So with golf, we're trying to increase that swing speed. Practicing that swing speed is the best thing that you can do. I do recommend hitting the gym. If you want to see my Train Like Bryson DeChambeau video, that's in the card above. I'll also be coming out with more workout videos, and if you want to see workout videos specifically for golf, let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to make more videos or even come out with a course if you guys feel like that is helpful. Gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today, and until next time, stay muscular and stay stylish.